This is not the time to ignore what's happening. You got to stay up on this because some of these changes can directly affect you. And unless
Will
you're aware,
will directly
yeah,
affect.
a lot of these changes will directly affect you. And you don't want to be like, I didn't know. All of this is on the internet. Every executive order that he revoked is on whitehouse.gov. Every executive order he put in place is on whitehouse.gov. Just search for it. See everything that he got rid of. See everything that he put in place. See how it could potentially affect you. It's very important. Staying vigilant, making sure that you are staying updated on the information that's coming out and moving accordingly, not letting life happen. Welcome back, y'all, to another episode of Investors Playbook. As always, you have your co-hosts, Deshaun and Cornell. Man, we rocking and rolling in 2025, man, nonstop. As you know, every week we drop an episode. So this week, we did get a new president officially. Donald Trump has been inaugurated. He is the next president of the United States of America. And that is what this episode is going to be all about. We're going to talk about some of the things that he has put in place already, day one. It's quite a few, but we're going to focus on just a few. As you know, at Investors Playbook, we always want to put finances and making sure that you understand your finances first. So we're going to talk about a couple of things that we think can affect your finances, and then just some that me and Cornell peeped and we're just like, we got to mention this on the episode, man. So, yeah, to get things rolling, what you want to talk about first?
Man, there's so much going on. But I think the most pressing thing for me was what they were going to do with crypto. So I like to just go into that. I know that Donald Trump is backing Bitcoin. I was hoping that he was going to say something publicly, something that was going to make Bitcoin go to the moon. So he didn't really speak too much about what that looks like. I know that before the signing of the executive orders, he was speaking about how he wanted to make federal reserves of cryptocurrency. So I do want to know what that looks like, what frameworks he's putting in place, what policies he's putting in place around crypto, and what the taxes on crypto is going to look like. Because I know that was something that he was mentioning also. So I'm hoping to hear about that in the near future.
Speaking of crypto, man, what you think about Trump coin?
Man,
That man, first, real quick, it came out of nowhere. So if you haven't heard about Trump coin, it's Trump's meme coin. It came out Friday, I think the 17th of January is when it dropped. Price surged over the weekend. I mean, it's half of its high right now, roughly. Donald Trump put out a meme coin that went from, I don't remember where it started at, but I think the high was around $76 or something like that. And that is, I mean, that's just crazy. What are your thoughts on that too, bro? Like, what are your thoughts on the whole Trump coin? Just go ahead.
I think this shows us that there needs to be a lot more regulation when it comes to crypto. Because for him to just off his name put out a coin that is going to automatically blow up and his net worth goes up times 75 in one day. I feel like, bro, come on, dog. At what point do we put a stop to this? And this also shows you how worthless the US dollar is. Cause like for some like bruh, people traded billions of dollars for nothing. For
Yeah.
some figment of this man's imagination that he just put out.
So according to the team behind Trump coin, they said they made it clear that it's not a security. I think they did that to avoid like the legalities of Trump coin being classified as a security, like avoiding like major taxes. I don't know. I think that that's still kind of crazy, bro. How you can just simply say, all right, this meme coin you can buy, but it's not classified as a security. We're not promising you any future gains. So we, in a sense, are avoiding any of the major tax and legal questions that come along with a actual security in place. That is a bit concerning. On top of the fact that this man, like the now president of the United States, can just make a meme coin and make tons of money off of it. I think this whole this whole thing is just, I mean, it's unheard of. It's never happened before. It's wild for sure. Yeah. So I don't know what's gonna happen with that. Um, but in that same breath, you also have Doge. No, I'm not talking about Dogecoin, but I am talking about the Department of Government Efficiency, which is ran by Elon Musk, and it's acronymed DOGE. So this is something that we have heard about before, right? Like it's not new. But me and Cornell started doing research to see what is the purpose of DOGE. And what it seems like is their goal is to cut spending, cut government spending by cutting a bunch of federal agencies, like getting rid of a lot of federal agencies and things like dismantling the Department of Education, removing money that they were giving companies like Planned Parenthood, doing an audit of the IRS and seeing like how they are moving, basically saying, taking aim at all these different federal agencies and essentially seeing where they can cut spending. That is the whole purpose of DOGE. The fact that it is acronymed after Dogecoin, which we know was an Elon Musk production years ago, I mean, that's, I don't know, happenstance, right? So I think that that is another item that we want to pay attention to, the installation of Doge and what that's going to look like in the future. Not really sure how that's going to affect us and as individuals. I mean, of course, when you talk about removing money from companies like Planned Parenthood, that's definitely going to affect a lot of individuals in the community who rely on Planned Parenthood for, lots of different things. So just another thing we want to say is pay attention to what has happened because a lot of moving parts are happening right now. And you got to be on top of all the changes and how they might affect you, right? So just naming some of those. But yeah, all right, Cornell, what else you got, bro?
So the SEC has new leadership and it's looking like it's going in a pro crypto direction. So I think that that's dope. As far as I know today that they announced a task force to develop a regulatory framework for digital assets. And this
Mm,
is supposed to be like the first major move. So like again, they didn't tell us exactly what it's going to look like. I'm sure that they don't know yet, but they're working on it. So, yeah, my biggest thing with this term that I'm hoping to see, there's a lot of things going on, but of course you got to find the positive in everything.
mm-hmm.
But the thing that I'm hoping to see is crypto being, what's the word?
Like
Being
that.
utilized more, being more, yeah, being utilized more in our society. Like we drift away from, the paper money. Like if we, I know that more and more businesses are starting to accept cryptocurrency, but imagine like the US dollar just starting to shift over to crypto. I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon, but if policies are going in that direction, I feel like it will solve a lot of issues, especially with inflation.
Yeah. Yeah, I do think that cryptocurrency is about to like cover a lot of new or uncover a lot of ground or cover a lot of ground in the coming future. I think that we're about to see new uses for cryptocurrency because it's not just Bitcoin that's moving. Bitcoin, of course, we all know is the primary cryptocurrency, but we're seeing all these coins move. We're seeing XRP move. We're seeing Ethereum move. We're seeing tons of, like, this is the re rise of all the meme coins, too. Be careful with meme coins, people. All right. Please do your due diligence when it comes to you investing in some coin that your homie or your homegirl or your homeboy told you about because they fixed their money overnight. you might be buying at the top and you could like just wipe your money out real quick. So just be careful when it comes to that. You might get lucky, sure, but there is a safer, slower, but safer way to invest your money. But yeah, I think that cryptocurrency is we're about to see some big changes with crypto. Donald Trump is definitely a president who is pro cryptocurrency. He wants to make the United States like the de facto for Bitcoin. So we're about to see a lot of changes in that department.
So let me ask you something. So with crypto becoming more regulated, do you feel like these other coins are going to stay relevant? Because yeah, Bitcoin makes sense, XRP makes sense, but do all of these coins really make sense? And are all of them going to be able to continue to be a thing as we get more and more guidelines, more and more policies that protect people from crypto?
I think I said this in the previous episode, bro. I think meme coins are just another way to say NFT. It doesn't have any actual value. It's only valued based on what people think it's valued on. That's why anyone can create a meme coin, just like before. Anyone could create an NFT. They just don't call it an NFT anymore. They call it a cryptocurrency. But I see no different, bro. I see no difference. If someone can create a meme coin overnight and be like, all right, my meme coin is worth $10, who wants it? And then that just increases the value of it. I see no difference than someone creating an NFT and saying my NFT is worth $10, who wants it? And then that now being like the price inflating based off of the demand.
Right.
They are now found a more tactful way to do it because everyone is talking about cryptocurrency. So rather than say that you created an NFT, you shift the narrative and say I created a crypto coin that's gonna go to the moon. Bruh, same thing. To me, I see it as the same thing because there is no limit to these other coins. You can make as many as you want. And it's all just a digital asset that was just that's you know what I mean? Like it's just a digital asset.
You know what? I wonder what is the process of making a cryptocurrency?
That is a good question. And I know someone who made one. We got to get him on the show. Ferg, bro.
Yeah. For real?
Yeah. He made a crypto coin in like around last year. Well, not around last year around Halloween. So we got to get him on the show and ask him what that process looked like.
Hello. I want to know like the cost of it, if it costs anything.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I don't know. We
Yeah.
definitely got to interview him and be like, so
Yes.
you made a crypto coin. What did that process look like?
Yeah.
How doing now? Like, yeah, he could definitely talk about it. I think that's the only person I know personally that has made a cryptocurrency coin that people can like buy. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I think that'll be an interesting conversation
For
for
sure.
sure. Yeah. But something else I want to talk about. It's not directly related to finances, but it definitely can affect your finances. Trump has revoked so many actions that were put in place by Biden and previous presidents, so many executive orders. A lot of these executive orders surround DE&I, like a lot of them. We're talking
DEI.
DEI, DE&I, yeah, yeah.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
I'm just saying and DE and I, yeah. A lot of them are surrounding DE&I. They're getting rid of tons of DE&I orders that say equity amongst Hispanics, amongst Blacks, amongst Native Americans, amongst Asians. Essentially saying that it's going to be merit based and not, what was the words? Did he say race based or I forgot these?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
it's strictly on merit.
yeah. With an already difficult job market, depending on the company, this is going to make things a lot harder to land a decent 9 to 5 simply because they don't have a mandate they don't have a quota to meet. I think
Hmm.
that's what this executive order is saying, that you don't have to hire a certain number of diverse talent. You can hire whoever you want. All your people can look the same, if you catch my drift. You definitely want to pay attention to that and what that means for the next 4 years. All right. This was day one. He revoked tons of these, right? Tons of these executive orders. So you definitely want to pay attention to how that might affect you. You already know me, bro. I am and have been part of the National Society of Black Engineers for a very long time. That is literally what we promote. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
like seeing that is like, man, yeah, it just means we got to work that much harder, though. You know,
Right.
it means we got to work that much
And
harder.
see, it's rough, and I'm not trying to be that person, but
Mm-hmm.
it's rough when a lot of these people are already in position. You know, I feel like these things were put in place because of the disadvantage that we have because we didn't we're not the ones that started all these businesses because segregation wasn't that long ago.
Yes, it
Yeah.
was not.
And when you have these conversations with people that are not black or brown, it's like they don't understand that they have a head start. That's like you running on a 100-yard race and they're starting at the 50th yard line. You get what I'm saying? And we're starting from back here. You gotta understand, like our parents were were in segregation. Do y'all not understand that? I don't know, man.
No,
It's crazy.
it's funny because they always lay on the that was so long ago. What it wasn't though. It really wasn't
It
that long ago.
wasn't.
Like my mom was around
My
when it
mom
was hard.
also.
Yeah, like this is not no, this is not 300-400 years ago, but you're talking about 300-400 years of turmoil and displacement where the executive orders that were put in place, not that you can correct that, but that was an attempt to make things somewhat right. And then now it's just actually never mind, figure it out again. So I think to what you said, hopefully during that time of flourish when it comes to the promotion of DE&I, we did get individuals in place to where now that this executive order revokes some of those um, DE&I focused initiatives, there are still enough people in place that can throw their weight around. You know what I mean? That can still look out, is what I'm saying essentially, because there's no telling what these companies are going to do
Right.
with this now. Oh, we don't have to anymore. We don't have a yeah. So
Because what was the reasoning? You get what I'm saying? Like there's intent behind this. It's not just this is an order. Let me get rid of it just because Biden did it. Like you were intentional about the ones that you revoked.
yeah, yeah. And to him, it's. I mean, he said it during his inauguration. It's a combination of money being wasted and wanting to revamp the narrative of hate in America, which I think is ironic. Like essentially it's like, okay, the DEI programs teach hate or they teach that, history. I mean, they're just teaching history. They're teaching the reality of what it is and the reason why we have to have these initiations or these initiatives in place. So, like you said, man, it's definitely a motivated by something. So, I just say all that to say, like, as you move throughout these next couple years, really, who knows how soon this is going to start affecting people? Just keep that in mind, right? Like, you're going to have to work like harder than ever just to kind of make sure that, you're seen. So, that's just one of the many executive orders that he has revoked. So I think that is also something that's definitely going to be interesting.
Yeah, for sure. And also by the end of this month, he plans on putting those tariffs in place. I wonder how that's going to affect prices. I know that he has an executive order talking about delivering emergency price relief to Americans.
Hmm.
I was reading it. It's vague. It's saying what he would like it to do, but it's not saying how we're gonna get there. And that's what's confusing to me. So I kind of wish these orders were more direct with a plan instead of, hey, we're going to give relief to Americans. Okay, but like, what does that look like? And exactly how are you doing that?
Yeah, it sounds good, But like you said,
Okay.
what's the plan? What's the plan? Yeah. I think another one that's interesting is him revoking the energy bill that was put in place. I think it's most interesting because of his relationship with Elon Musk. Don't really understand what's going on with that, but because we know Elon Musk leads Tesla. Tesla is a gigantic electric car company. Trump pretty much said we are bringing gas vehicles back. We are doing away with the mandate for making all vehicles electric by 2035. What does that mean for like Tesla or any of the other electric car companies? Is it now? Yeah, I don't know because Tesla only makes electric vehicles. They don't make any other vehicle. I'm not sure if that is also some type of ploy because Elon Musk is definitely smiling and he's good with it. I'm sure he's aware or was aware while he was backing Trump that Trump was not for electric vehicles. So I'm interested to see what that relationship is all about and where that's going to even go, what that's
Right.
going to look like. So definitely another interesting topic. Who knows?
Yeah. So I guess my thing is like, yeah, Trump's in office, and what we have to do is we have to continue to stay vigilant and a lot of people are like, I don't want to see what he's talking about. I don't want to. I don't even want to hear anyone else talk about it. I feel like that's a crazy way to go through life. It's like walking forward with a blindfold on. It's like you don't know what's going on. You don't know what's being put in place, and also you don't know how to maneuver in these times. Just because the guy that you didn't want to get in there in office is in office doesn't mean you should throw a tantrum and just forget growth. You see what I'm saying? I feel like I feel like that's childish and immature. At this point, we should educate ourselves on what's being put in place, and we should move in an intelligent manner.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with you 100%. This is not the time to ignore what's happening. You got to stay up on this because some of these changes can directly affect you. And unless
Will
you're aware,
will directly
yeah,
affect.
a lot of these changes will directly affect you. And unless you're aware of what's happening, you won't know how to. You don't want to be like, I didn't know. All of this is on the internet. Every executive order that he revoked is on whitehouse.gov. Every executive order he put in place is on whitehouse.gov. Just search for it. See everything that he got rid of, see everything that he put in place, see how it could potentially affect you. So, I mean, me and Cornell always talk about the importance of education, and that's literally what we're trying to explain right now. Like educating yourself on the changes that are happening right now. It's very important. So, yeah, I think staying vigilant, making sure that you are staying updated on the information that's coming out, and yeah, just moving accordingly, not letting life happen to you, you know?
Hmm.
Because like you said, bro, I won't even say like walking forward, but some people, man, they're not even. They just kind of they're on like one of those straight moving escalators, just
Yeah,
standing there.
that's a good analogy. I like that. That's exactly what it
They're
is.
not even walking forward. They're just like nah, nah, nah. Blindfold on, don't know what's happening around them. Um, yeah, so we definitely want to be aware. Just be aware.
Be
Be
aware.
aware. Be aware.
I agree.
Yeah, man. All right, bro. We got anything else for him? Or we good?
Now, I think we talked about the heavy hitters.
Yeah,
As he comes out with more stuff, of course, we'll bring him up in other episodes. But yeah, I think we're good.
for sure. All right, man. Well, as always, we appreciate you all for tuning in. Let us know what y'all think, man. How has this inauguration, us having a new president, how has it, what response do you have from it? What are your thoughts on it? How do you feel about the executive orders that he has put in place, the ones that he's revoked? Just what are your thoughts? Let us know. But yeah, cool. Until then, man, as always, we are dropping information. Join the Facebook group. If you aren't already following us on Instagram, of course, there's Investors Playbook LLC that you can that you can follow, stay up to date on all this that's happening. So we appreciate you all. Thank you for always tuning in. We'll catch y'all next week.
All right, y'all. Peace.
Peace.